Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code ZERK for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over a pretty easy coin making method for you guys today. Now, if you have not seen the last couple coin making methods I've been putting out for you guys, definitely check them out. I did have a really good one for you guys that just got the game, or even if you guys still have the game, or you've had it since the beginning of the year. Definitely check that coin making method out. It allows you to get a lot of coins, and using those coins, I think this is actually a perfect method for you guys to take the coins you make out of that video and turn them into more coins. Now, I do want to say one thing. If I don't sound as hype as I usually am in videos, it's because my throat really does hurt right now. I've been gargling salt water, taking medicine, trying my best to get my throat back to full health, so I do apologize for that. But what I need to tell you guys about today, I will say this first up. There is always a risk in certain methods, and this is one of those ones that are a risk and reward method. There is not a guarantee that this is going to be a big payout. And I'm going to show you guys one situation where maybe it wasn't, but for the most part, this is actually how I've made a lot of coins this year and how I know a lot of other people have made a ton of coins. And what I'm telling you guys about is investing. And I've been telling you guys about this throughout the year, telling you guys certain cards you need to invest in. I think I came up with a pretty good list of players for you guys to go ahead and invest in, buying up power-ups, buying up player items, and it really comes down to this. Now, you guys can find other players you might want to invest in aside from the players that I'm going to be showing you, but I do want to show you proof of how this works, when to sell your cards, and exactly why does it happen like this, things that can kind of make this not work, and what makes it really work. So I'm going to give you guys a list of players you should invest in, also show you guys some proof, but also, if there's other players out there, honestly, when it comes to investing in players, like I said, there is always a risk in this. You can lose coins doing this, but this is how I personally made a lot of coins. And for the most part, I made coins. I will say there's a couple players that, I didn't hit on because things happen. If a player gets a limited time card, that's the number one bad thing that can happen. If someone gets an LTD, their power-ups usually don't change much because then you have to go out and buy that limited time card, and it's very expensive. But when that player does get a series redux, you may see their power-up go back in price a little bit because now, it's not going to be as expensive so players can actually buy them. But you can go out and really any big name player that doesn't have a big card currently in the game, you can go ahead and invest into. But I do want to show you guys a couple of players really quickly that did actually work out and one that did not just recently. So I want to go over with you guys a couple of players so you can kind of see exactly what happens with the market, how quickly it can rise, how quickly it can fall, and when you guys actually need to sell certain players. So first up, let's start off with Julio Jones. Now, as you guys already know, Julio Jones did just get the Ghost of Madden Present Master card. Now, the big thing that I will tell you guys when it comes to players, okay, I personally always sell off hype. Now, that did hurt me in one situation with the Series Redux Bo Jackson. I had a Bo Jackson. I sold him for 350K, I think, and then the next day he was 600,000 coins. That one definitely sucked. But for the most part, it is usually always better to go ahead and sell off hype. So the night before cards come out, follow me over on Twitter. I always tweet out whenever new cards are announced. So, if a player gets announced, you guys go to the auction house, you can see power-ups are getting bought up. That is the time you want to go ahead and sell if it is a profit for you guys to go ahead and do so. So starting off, let's go with the Power-Up Julio Jones. I'm going to tell you guys right now, you can invest in Power-Ups or you can invest in Core Elites. You can invest in the next card these players had. But let's look at Julio Jones to showcase for you guys. So as you can see, Julio Jones right here about mid-December was going for about 4,600 coins, right? Then, I believe this was when I actually announced that he was going to be coming out, when Kralo actually leaked. When the card was dropping, he shot up to 19,000 coins. So if you guys had any Julio Jones, when you bought him for 4,000 coins, you then could sell him for 19,000 coins. Now, of course, a couple of days later, you can see right there the next day he did drop down to 11K, but then a couple of days later, he did actually come out and he was selling for 18,000 coins. Now, it's very important that you guys sell as soon as he is wanted, because you can see here with the hype, right? He actually went for the most. He went for 19,000 coins. When the card actually came out, he only went down a little bit to 18,000. But right after that, you can see he's back to 4,000 coins, 5,000 coins, currently selling for 6K. So it's very important you guys sell off of hype, and that's just one situation with Julio. Now, like I said, you guys can just buy power-ups of players, or you can take a look into core elites and also the next version of cards as well. So here you guys can see we have Julio Jones core elite who's actually selling for 31,000 coins, but when the card actually came out, you can see right here when it was announced, currently going for like 23K, and then he shot up to 40,000 coins. So that's about a 17,000 coin profit right there if he were to sell whenever that card got announced. I believe that was around the time that I actually made the video saying he was going to be coming out of shots around 40,000 coins. I personally don't really like to invest in core elites because from what I've seen, they never really seem to shoot up that much. I think power-ups are probably the best investment, or investing in the next card in that power-up system. What I mean by that is, say, the 90 overall Julio Jones. Kind of like the Series Redux Bo Jackson. There's a reason why Bo Jackson shot up so much, because everyone wanted that new card, but in order to power him up, you had to get his older cards as well. So Julio Jones here, 90 overall Team of the Week. As you guys can see, there was a huge spike, right? So right here, he's going for about 115,000 coins. He shot all the way up to 234,000 coins. He about doubled in price, and currently, he is still selling for 215K. You guys see an hour ago, he literally sold for 215K. So investing in people that have previous good cards as well is not a bad idea. This one definitely can be a risk. I would say that straight up, it definitely can be a risk. But you can see Julio Jones did double in price. Now, one of my personal biggest W's this year is Bo Jackson. If you guys remember Bo Jackson and also Patrick Willis, during the MUT 10 promo, I actually bought a ton of these guys for like 2,000, 2,500 coins a pop because the solo challenges gave you power-ups, which, by the way, any of those NFL 100 players that you guys have been seeing, you know, the wide receivers like Randy Moss, Deion Sanders, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, you might want to go invest in some of those players because, like I said, the market is flooded. They're going for like 2,000 coins each, but whenever they get a new card, if there's not a solo that gives them a power-up, they definitely can shoot up in price like Bo Jackson did. Like, I bought him for literally 2,000 coins each, and take a look at this. You guys can see he's going for 6K, 8,000 coins, 7,000 coins. He was selling for about 45,000 coins. That is insane. So all those Bo Jacksons that I bought for 2,000 coins each, yeah, I made a lot of profit. Now, also just to showcase for you guys, Patrick Willis, again, another player that I actually bought for like 2,000 coins. As you guys can see, around Christmas time, he's selling for 3,000 coins. And then when I made the video showing that he was going to be out, he shot up to around 10K, but then when the card actually dropped, he sold for around 13.9K. Now, I actually sold, I think I had at least like 30 of him, and I think I sold them all for around 13,250. So I made a lot of profit. I made a ton of profit. I made at least 10,000 coins profit off 30 of them. I made 300,000 coins profit off of a bunch of Patrick Willis's. And once again, just to show you guys when it comes to investing in older players like Bo Jackson Series Redux, as you guys can see, he was about, let's see right here, on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, he was around 150,000 coins, and as you guys can see, he did in fact shoot up to around 550K. And I'm going to say this, by the way, my head says 550. He was selling for like 700, 800K. So if you had a bunch of Bo Jackson saved up, and I know these are kind of big investments here, that's why I think you guys should probably invest in power-ups if you don't have the coins to do so. But if it's a really wanted player, and they get a really, really good card that's not an LTD, yeah, the older card's going to go for a lot. This is the perfect scenario to showcase to you guys a way that you can still make profit, but it might not be a huge profit, is basically Khalil Mack here. Now, one thing I also want to say is people might be wondering, you know, why do Series Reduxes or older cards go up in price? If the player is a really good card, why do the other ones go up in price as well? Well, the reason they go up in price is because if it is, say, some sort of a set piece, or, you know, not someone super expensive, like Bo Jackson was going for like 300K, right? 300,000 coins for a 95 Bo Jackson was not that expensive because it was a Ghost of Madden. That was a perfect scenario because if that card is not that expensive, people are willing to pay more to go ahead and get the older cards to be able to power him up. Now, say Bo was an LTD going for 800K. his series reduction, his power up would not have gone up that much. It's just kind of how it works. You can see here Khalil Mack was a limited time card. Now his power up actually went up a little bit, a lot more than I thought it would. You guys see it's actually going for 10K, and then it actually shot up to around 25K, 28,000 coins, which I think the reason he actually shot up was strictly because a lot of people were actually pulling him because they had a lot of kindling. Normally when it comes to limited time cards, they don't shoot up this much when it comes to power ups. Now this is one situation I want to show you guys where someone's power up actually did not go up, but their other card did. J.J. Watt. I actually invested quite a bit into J.J. Watt. His price on Xbox really did not go up at all. As you guys can see, this is around the time the card came out. I mean, it shot up to maybe, 5,600 coins at the time of his release, but really, he didn't really move at all. Like, he was around 3,000 coins, shot up to like 5K, and that was about it for his power up. However, as you guys can see with J.J. Watt's Mud Hero, this card did spike. It was going for around 120K and shot up to around 326,000 coins when it came out. So the power-up didn't move, but his Mud Hero definitely did. So I want to give you guys some power-ups you guys can potentially invest into. Now, like I said, I can't really predict what's going to happen exactly with their price, how much it's going to increase, but take what I just showed you and use that to your best of knowledge to kind of predict how much you think these guys could go up and if they're actually worth investing in. I'm going to tell you guys some players who should be getting new upgrades very soon. Keep in mind, we've got the Team of the Year promo coming up. We have literally the playoff promo coming out tomorrow. So tonight, we're going to be getting some players revealed. And I think we're going to be getting some big name players. One big name player I think we could see is Michael Thomas. He's currently going for 12,000 coins. Now, if they come out with a playoff set and say, you get the 95 overall players, here's one thing that could happen. With the playoff promo, I think there is a possibility that completing a playoff promo set, like a master set, the way they've done it this year, masters tend to go down in price, because they give you the power up. Like with the Julio Jones power up I showed you guys, it did shoot up a little bit when he was first announced, but the master set came out and he dropped back down. You know why? Because the master set gave a power up. So we don't know if the sets are going to give power ups or not. That's why I always tell you guys, sell off hype. Because if they announce a 95 Michael Thomas tonight, his price will shoot up. But if the set comes out tomorrow and they say, oh, here's the set, by the way, complete it, you get a power Michael Thomas with the set, his price is going to tank because the market's going to get flooded. That's why I always say sell off hype. You always want to be sure, get your guaranteed profit. If there's profit to make, take the profit. You can't lose coins taking a profit. Simple as that. So you guys can see Michael Thomas here going for 12,000 coins. I definitely think he could potentially get a card. Another wide receiver I think could potentially get a card is DeAndre Hopkins. He's currently going for 14,000 coins. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, DeAndre Hopkins' ultimate kickoff is actually someone that I personally have invested a little bit of coins into. Because just like with the other players like Julio Jones, you guys can see he's 140,000 coins. If DeAndre Hopkins comes out and he gets a 95 overall card, that's maybe 300,000 coins or cheaper or so. You guys can see I have bought myself quite a few DeAndre Hopkins because I kind of expect him to get a new card, and I'm hoping he shoots up like Bo Jackson did, right? If he's 140K right now, maybe he'll shoot up to over 200,000 coins. Now, someone we have actually not seen get an upgrade in a while, and I don't know when he's going to get another upgrade, but Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey currently going for 9,000 coins. Usually Ramsey is one of the best players in the game whenever he does come out, and honestly 9,000 coins is not a bad investment point, I don't think. If he gets a good card, he should shoot up quite a bit. Another player who definitely will be getting a card very soon, and I think it's very possible he does get a master card from like a set that maybe he does get a new power up, but we're going to have to see. I think he very well could potentially get like a Super Bowl master, and that is Von Miller. He's currently going for 12K now. You guys saw Khalil Mack. He shot up to like 25K. So just keep that in mind. All I'm going to say about that. Another cornerback, though, that I think definitely needs an upgrade is, of course, Patrick Peterson. And Pat Pete's one of those really sought after guys. I mean, literally, he is so cheap right now. 2,300 coins for a Patrick Peterson power up. This just kind of happens when someone doesn't get a new card for a long time. People just start to sell off their power ups because they don't go for anything. Like, no one really wants Pat P right now. The team like Patrick Peterson is not one of the best cornerbacks in the game, not even close. So no one really cares about him, but that is the perfect time to swoop in and buy a bunch of these power ups. Now, the final two players I'm going to give you guys, number one is going to be Zach Martin. He's currently going for 3,500 coins. He does not have a single upgrade this year. And if I had to guess, I'm going to guess Zach Martin's going to get a Team of the Year card this upcoming week. Or not this upcoming week, but in a couple of weeks here. Last year did come out on January 14th. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I 100% Zach Martin. I expect Zach to get a Team of the Year card, which if he does, probably going to be like a 96 overall. Maybe 95 overall right guard. One of the best right guards in the game. There's no way. There's no way his power goes for less than 5,000 coins. I just do not see it. So Zach Martin is definitely a very good one to invest in. And number two is going to be someone as well who could be a very, very good card. Potential Team of the Year, got one last year, of course, is going to be Bobby Wagner. Now, he also has a mud hero, like J.J. Watt did. And you saw what happened to J.J. Watt's Mud Hero. But he's 11,000 coins right now. If we take a look at the Mud Heroes promo for Bobby Wagner, he's going for 146K. So, is what it is there. But that's my list of powers I think you guys should invest in. Some players who definitely could be getting some upgrades very soon, especially Zach Martin, honestly, because he more than likely is going to get a Team of the Year. He doesn't have a single upgrade all year. There's no way, and he just got named to All-Pro First Team, that he doesn't get a Team of the Year card or some sort of a big upgrade. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, and of course, hit that sub button down below. Definitely drop a like if this video did help you guys out so that other people can find the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep in mind, number one, it's a risk. Number two, these aren't going to be necessarily short-term investments. Some of these guys could take another month, couple more weeks, maybe even longer than a month to get a new card, but when they do, it's all about the profit. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.